This video picks up the day after we left Amberleast. I drove around most of the day trying to find a quiet, suitable place to spend the rest of lockdown. With not much luck and the sun going down, I ended up coming back to a spot I found very early on when I first started van life.
Morning one of not being on Amberleast. I've come to an old spot that I know that's just well out of the way, and usually there is no people. But this morning, there's a lot of people walking down this track. The road starts from nowhere and leads to nowhere. There's one farmhouse on it, but so many people have come down. And I've only been up an hour, and already I've heard people saying this is a motorhome and to take photos of it, calling me, just the occupant, every name under the sun. The joys. But then one thing just really put my spirits up. Two old blokes just went past and went, "Look at that, Bob. That's one of them high security units. Oh yeah, that's been there. That's been there a while. Look at the grass growing around it. I got here last night." And they're on about it being some secret high security service that's out to catch someone. That's the look I was going for with my van. That's absolutely made my f***ing day.
Well, it was no Amberleast. I was on my own and it was next to a roadside, but it'll do. Having been here before, I knew how quiet the road usually is, so I knew I was relatively safe, or at least thought. The roof deck remained untouched while I was here. I just didn't really have any motivation to start it. Plus, I just didn't want to draw attention to myself and give anyone the excuse. Just behind the park up was a huge field that was perfect for Lance. At least being so far from any town or even house, I stood a better chance than being in civilization. I like it here, Lance likes it here, so for now this is home. Work for one day. Should we go and explore, Lance? I've come back to an old spot of mine. This is actually one of the first spots I found when I first started van lifing in the UK. It's on a roadside, but the road is really, really quiet, like the most quiet I can find. I can get the van off the road quite a bit, which is nice. I don't really get any problems normally, and the views are quite nice. And then through here, there's a nice dog walking field. So Lance can just come and stroll in here and away he goes. And then right up there is one of my favourite spots in the whole world, because nobody seems to know that a bit of forest exists. And right in the corner of it is just a lovely little spot where I always set my hammock up, and it's like my escape from the world. So I've gone full circle. I'm back in one of my original spots. Shit about the circumstances, but at least I can call this place home for a while. It's not the end of the world. We had a good run with Amberleast. Sucks that it's over and it happened so abruptly, but it's life, innit? Should be used to it by now. Yeah, I've just been in the van all day, trying to knock together the last videos from there. The weather's so nice, I thought, right, take old Lance for a walk, and he's already gone off without me. The sun's absolutely blazing and rises up over there, sets over there, so the van's getting solar pretty much all day. So power's not really a struggle now. Yeah, it's alright. Me and Ash and Maria are all still talking and trying to figure out a next plan, really, because van lifing right now is not ideal. All over now, people are getting forced on by councils and authorities, threatened by people. The campsites still aren't open, so where do you go? And you're not really supposed to be travelling to places further afield. You know, you try and go and hide somewhere that's not populated, Wales or Scotland for example. Oh hell no, don't do that. So yeah, we're all still talking and trying to figure out a plan for what to do next, really. Whether we can find somewhere to rent or a plot of land or a unit and just bunker down, because it's gonna flare up again. Oh god damn, it's hot. I'm too ginger for this. And here we are. I'm gonna get stung like a bastard now. Don't knock me, Lance, you stupid mutt. Right, let me show you a nice little secret place of paradise. So this is usually a riverbed, middle of summer, so it's dried out. Unfortunately, we've just missed the bluebells, but when you come in here at the right time of year, this whole forest is just blue. It's gorgeous. The riverbed runs round here and then goes off down there. Lance has just found it. Oh, for God's sake, Lance! Lance has just found a pheasant. Here! Here! Happy now. Knob. Come on, in there. Anyway. So it's back to being solo again. That sucks. Really does. I've got you, ain't I? Hey? How much of an annoying you are. Me, Ash and Marie were discussing trying to find another place to kind of take refuge. But we don't really want to just keep bouncing and depending on other people. But at the same time, being out on the streets isn't exactly wise at the moment. It's not a good time to be a van lifer, nomad, whatever you want to call it these days. Gypsy is what I tend to get a lot lately. The trouble is, in England there's just a lot of closed-mindedness and fear. Whatever isn't the status quo, there's a large quantity of the population that just can't compute it. They just blue screen and, oh, that's not right, oh, I need to be scared of that, oh, they're going to murder my children, oh, and then the news is there, oh, yeah, they're going to murder your children, and all of a sudden your public enemy. You combine that with the massive amount more fear there is at the moment with the whole corona thing, and then factor in the fact that there are a lot of stupid people in this country. That's a pretty bad combination. We don't know who reported it. I don't necessarily think it was someone from having seen the videos. I think it was a local that's just decided, no, that can't be done. It's done, it's dusted. We had an amazing time and we can't thank Jez enough. Just taking a skate out there and another one. And the time was sort of coming up to an end anyway, so I guess that's why I'm not absolutely fuming about it. It'd have just been nice to sort of end it on our terms. I don't necessarily feel all that welcome at the moment anywhere. I went into the local village the other day because I had to go and get some food. As there always is, there's queues outside the supermarket. As I was pulling into the supermarket, people were pointing, tutting, shaking their head. It was like, I'm just getting food. I ended up going to another supermarket because stood in that queue. No thank you. But everyone seems to be the most knowledgeable. You can't do that, or this is not right, blah blah blah. Nobody knows anything. None of you know anything. I don't know anything. But why people think they can sit there and online, face to face, and tell people what is right and what is wrong? Bunch of idiots, a lot of you. I was speaking to my mum the other day, and she was saying how people are naming and shaming those on Facebook in the local areas who aren't going out at 8 o'clock and clapping the NHS. What the hell's that all about? You don't know what's going on in that household. You can get a grip. Just like people look at my van and assume I'm off on holiday, or assume I'm a security unit or corona response unit, which I prefer those two. But the people that just assume I'm off on holiday and start flaring up, fuck off. Anyway, that's not the point of my video. Emma is coming tomorrow and I cannot wait to see her. It's going to be a very weird date because we can't be near each other, 2 meters apart. But just to see her face is going to be nice. It's been like 2.5 months since I've seen her. Not ideal for a newly budding relationship, but I suppose there's a lot more people worse off. But yeah, today it's weird being on my own again. Oh my god, the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes. When do mosquitoes come to England? Why are they here? Why are they stinging me? Why are they in this forest where there's f*** all to eat except me? Well, today is going to be spent listening to the birds. For fuck's sake. Oh, I hate England so much. But once the police chase razzed on through, silence befell the forest and I got my tranquility that I needed. The next morning, Emma arrived. It's been 2.5 months. I can finally see Emma. She's got a nice big, socially distanced picnic planned. Dual mats. It'll be so unromantic. Why? Because it's what? Huge? You just got a normal throw?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do. Yeah. Be alright. We're going to spend the day in the forest like wild people.
Skittles
Oh, yes.
and something I can't read.
We'll figure it out. He's going to be super excited about it because he's been stuck in the van all day. Come on. Come on. It is really hot, but luckily where we're going is in there. So, what's new, darling? This is what I was thinking.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah. So the bluebells have started to die off a little bit now, but...
What do we have here?
Oh my god! You bought cider! Oh, well, we could do a trade then. You could have the wine.
I'll have the wine. You have the cider. I thought, oh no, can I buy sharing packs?
I literally just...
Ridiculous.
I haven't been into supermarkets that much, so going into Co-op today, I kind of panicked. All masked and gloved up, and I was just like, I've gone past the sausage rolls. They're gone. They're too far gone. The signs say no. And then I found them little tiny sharing ones in a bucket.
They will do.
We played a game that I think you'd enjoy.
Yeah?
Just before we left. Do you know balls?
With the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never done it though.
So we played that, but we changed it slightly
Okay.
to drinking and swearing.
Baubles.
Yeah. So we had to drink.
Okay.
I mean, the drinking stage of the game didn't quite get developed. It was just drink along
It
with
was
the
just
game.
Drink.
But every time you threw the ball, you had to come up with a new swear word. Some of
Did
the
it last
things,
long
you know,
or?
It did actually. It was a good hour and a half tournament.
Okay.
I think we covered every swear word imaginable.
Can you remember them?
Oh, it was just from your standard things like right up to yeah. Weirdly, Marie was the best at it.
Oh, good old girl.
Foul mouth.
Although
Although it was pretty weird sitting 2 meters apart from my own girlfriend, it was just great to sit back, relax and catch up. Totally cocooned from all the bollocks that's just going on in the world. Get it then. Oh, he's mastered it. Close. Ah. This sounds more like porn than golf than tennis.
You're going for the vowels.
I. E. Oh. Oh.
You did it.
30 again.
It's the oh.
Oh is the one. You're a good boy. Come on then. We spent pretty much all day in the forest. Only venturing out to come and watch the sunset. But soon enough it was time for Emma to go. The whole day had just gone in a flash. Despite, as you can see, being so far away, My hopes of being just left alone were short-lived.
Morning 3. I've had 3 people going past taking photos, saying how I need reporting, and now there's a car that keeps circling round and razzing past, flicking stones at the van. Solar panel needs a clean. Give me something to do today. And while I'm up there, if this drives past again, I'm going to throw rocks back at him.
Not throwing it too far today because it's a bit too warm for that, isn't it, buddy? Good boy. Good lad. Yeah. Fetch. Drop. I think I'd have really struggled with all this if it wasn't for Lance being with me. Go in a minute and get a drink. Yeah? You want to do it now? You want a drink? Yeah, you do. Come on then. Did you even taste it? Did you even taste it?
I bought this double chocolate cheesecake from Emicum, and it turns out we ate so much picnic food that we didn't get around to this, so I'm just sat here now. But I'm also dipping in bourbon biscuits, and I'm going to watch a movie and eat pure regret. I'm so lonely. Oh, COVID. No.
Trying to do some work. You won't let me, will ya? Alright. Yay. Come here then. That's not... Where did you find a tennis ball? Bring it here then. Fetch. No. Nearly, but no. Good lad. What's new today? That plant has turned pink. And that's it. As the days went on, I frankly just got weirder. And you're now going to see a bit of that weirdness.
Finally getting a taste of what lockdown's really like for everyone else. Cheers. Just walking on the roof. Hello. Get off my face! I gotcha. Gotcha. What you do? I gotcha now. Oh, you're all wet. Get down. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. That doesn't apply because that's... Why isn't that on mine? Well, that's for the 2.2. Where's the 2.7 version, you stupid book. So I'm going to sit here in my van and moan and bitch like some other people on YouTube. Little private dig at someone there. Hi lads! Hey, 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 whoa, ah, whoa, hey, wait. In a desolate rural England destroyed by the coronavirus, one man will prevail, using cunning, wit, a shit Arnold Schwarzenegger accent, and 2 peoples for eyes. Master Lance, would Sir care for a dentist stick? I think you need it. Pay attention, goddammit. You mugs appear to be having a bit of fun. I'll be watching you from my police helicopter. Now, as PC Wallopers, the Metropolitan Fan Police, I must tell you to cease and desist, stay indoors, and be boring bastards. Thank you. You fart on me way too much. This is me with hair. I'm the image that close-minded people get when they see vanlifers. Hello, this is Keith from the Parish Council giving you all a public service announcement to lock your garden furniture and children away because we have an infestation of gypsies. Be warned, they may try and sell you power tools or mattresses. Max Van, the sound of freedom. Oh! He took out my coffee. Well, that killed half an hour. Suppose I better get dressed.
And with you seeing slightly too much of the inner workings of my mind, that's about it for this video. I'd like to say that things carried on in the relatively light-hearted spirit, but unfortunately in the next video, things take a bit of a turn for the worst. But anyway, you'll see that next time.